Hey readers, welcome to another Shelf Byte featured here on the Shelf Addiction Podcast. Shelf Byte is a spoiler-free book and audiobook review in 5 minutes or less. I'm your host, Tamara Ford, and if you'd like to chat with me about the book reviewed in this episode, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Shelf Addiction. Also, hang with me and other book nerds in our Facebook group, Shelf Addiction Official. If you enjoyed this episode, please support this podcast by sharing it with one book nerd friend or on your favorite social media platform. That would really help me out, and I appreciate it. Okay, let's jump into it. Today, I'm reviewing One More Lie by Amy Lloyd. This is a standalone, dark, suspenseful, psychological thriller. I read this in ebook, and it is coming in at 368 pages. Published May 28th, 2019 by Hanover Square Press. Thank you to the publisher for advanced access. This story begins where we meet Charlotte, an adult that just wants to forget her past. She is wearing an ankle monitor, and she stays in a halfway house group home. We quickly learn that Charlotte has a very unusual independent relationship with her therapist, plus there's a creepy sidekick friend from her past that keeps finding her. Charlotte decides to finally seek out the past, which in turn takes us on an interesting ride into the past to uncover the truth. I was surprised and delighted to see that we got 2 points of view in this story, both Charlotte and her childhood best friend, Sean. That added a whole nother layer that made it hard to determine if both of them were good kids that messed up or if they were something different. Are they horrible people? Like the news stories say? You have to read and find out. As I just mentioned, this story is told from 2 points of view, but it should be noted that both of these points of view are unreliable and both of the characters are unlikable. Charlotte seems to be struggling with anxiety and fear over the truth, and Sean is struggling with his temper and being a totally creepy person in general. Not only do we get those 2 point of views, but we also get flashbacks, so we're flipping back and forth between then and now. Amy Lloyd gets bonus points for pulling off this sort of storytelling. Sometimes it's hard for authors to accomplish this successfully without confusing the plot. Lloyd does this well with both 2 points of view in addition to the now and then. The entire time I was thinking, what exactly did Charlotte do? What did Sean do? What did they do? Clearly, they were kids, Charlotte 10 and Sean 11, when they were both found guilty and were in juvenile jail until they turned 18. I had a hard time connecting with Charlotte as a child and as an adult, as I thought she was a little idiotic. Right up until I figured out that she wasn't an idiot at all. I'll just leave that right there for you. In the end, when it was revealed, it was completely nuts. I knew it would be bad, but wow, this was really bad. Just a side note, I think I understand how the title ties in because these 2 main characters cannot tell the truth to save their own lives. This is an absolute slow burn of a story, and the payoff is worth it. There was no shocking plot twist for me, but finding out what happened once and for all was satisfying to me. The author handled some very difficult subject matters, which some would consider disturbing to read, in a delicate manner. The book took me almost 2 weeks to finish, and for me that is a very long time. I'd pick it up and put it down and pick it up and put it down, and that just kept happening over and over while I read other books in between. And I think that contributes again to the slow pace and burn of this book. But when it was all said and done, I was happy with the end, and the last 1/3 of the book was really excellent. I rated One More Lie 3 out of 5 bookmarks. I recommend this title for readers who enjoy a character-focused, slow burn thriller. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you on the next episode, and until next time, happy reading. Take care, everyone.